Okay, so today is August 19th, 2022. I'm still very heavily pregnant, and I'm due September 4th, so it's not that far away. Still maintaining in my vehicle, which is good because I worry about what's to come and how I'm gonna manage this birth. So I did 30 minutes of chair yoga yesterday. I just happened upon her, the lady doing a class, and then I tried to rest, did the hydro massage, and also went out to eat this morning at a location I had been at prior and had a sourdough hummus sandwich. It was delicious. The chili, though, was a little bit cold. I didn't really appreciate that. I got some chili, too. All in all, it didn't cost that much, but I made sure to tip well enough anyway. There was a gentleman that came in with what was a younger person. I don't know if he was just either a son or if it was just like a mentor situation. And they ate and they left all their food and their plates at this location. And it's sort of like you clean up after yourself. You're supposed to. But since I noticed in the mornings, I've been at this location 3 or possibly 4 different times. And the older gentlemen that are there in the morning time, and that's just because I pass through the area and I notice these things, but they get together with their groups of friends, and they're like older gentlemen. They must have served together or had some type of businesses together, things like that, in order to keep each other company. And that's nice. I enjoyed watching that. And the last time I went there yesterday as well, and there was a lot of ladies. So they sort of, what's the word? They allow all types of different genres of people, or whatever classifications, I wouldn't say classifications, but different types of people go to this certain cafe. And everybody, I guess, is welcome in that manner. And so that's nice. It's very, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable in pricing. So I walked out of there just now, and out of this wiener shack popped out an older gentleman in order to ask me. He said, "Hey, what's your name?" And I was like, "Leticia." And I don't remember what he said his name was, because I get so startled sometimes. Like, why are you approaching me? Why did you just pop out of a wiener shack? I don't understand it. So he said, you got a man? And he's like, "You probably got a man." I was like, "Well," and I said, "Yeah, kind of," which isn't true. But I just say that stuff just to get people away from me generally. And he said, "Well, take this number down." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, what do you want to, why would I take your number? And he said, "Well, so that you can call me and we can talk later." And I was like, "For what?" I said, I'm 9 months pregnant right now. And I just laughed, and then he gave me a fist bump, and I was like, "Okay, sure." I don't know what to tell people sometimes. Even the other people that invite me out, or I got this message where somebody gave me $1 and said, "Call me." Sounds like the devil to me. That's all that sounds like. It sounds like the devil luring me. I wonder if those people that left their trash everywhere had tipped well. Probably not. That's the type of people that go to these locations. They take advantage of the small, the shop owners and everything. They've got plenty of financial, backing. They choose not to tip well. They choose not to clean up after themselves. And they just think that that's okay, because they're at a status in life to where they don't have to worry about anybody but themselves. And I try to be a little bit more mindful about others, and I know that sometimes I'm offensive just to look at, but other times I know people get a lot of, for lack of a better word, but pleasure just being around me or seeing me smile and laugh at random things. I'm very tired today. I think I need to take a nap. I think it's getting close to time. I have less than 2 weeks left before he's supposed to be here, the baby. So, and people always trying to talk smack to me on my feed and trying to get my opinion on everything, and I'm just like, leave me alone. You already have my opinion. You already have the story. I don't know what more you need from me aside from just stop it. Just please stop. And then like yesterday when I was sitting at the cafe, the same one, and some really masculine man came sitting down with his like laptop, and I was like, yeah, you're not part of the military at all. Okay. I was being facetious, of course. But yeah. So now I'm just chilling in a little area that was sort of like an extension. It was like a seating area patio for one of the restaurants that's not open right now. And yeah, I'm like just a little bit too tired for everything. I'm just exhausted. I wish I had somewhere to go lay down and just rest, but I have nowhere. And then everybody keeps macking on me, and I'm like, oh my God, why? That doesn't make any sense. Get away from me. And it's mostly just people that want to take advantage. I know that. I know I'm not that pretty. I know I'm not that, fancy or that, well put together. I know that I'm a target, easily a target to people. Mostly I was in a really sad mood because I had a really bad dream this morning right before I woke up. In the dream, I was having a decent time, but not really. I woke up very traumatized by it. In the dream, I can't remember anything before, but I started like fornicating with this older gentleman, and he was older to the point where he was having like erectile issues, and we were trying to start out with different positioning, normal positioning, face to face, things like that. But then I turned around and like offered him fellatio too before he had gotten to the point of firmness that he could actually enter well through the posterior, the backward, through the back. So posterior. So I don't know what is going on. I don't know why I keep having these strange dreams and everything where it's like it wasn't anybody I recognized either. It was just some older man, and I guess it was sort of like a sugar daddy style situation where he was like trying to take care of me and whatnot. But then after we had fornicated for a bit, I had woken up from that and was kind of like disturbed by it, of course. Who wouldn't be? There's a fly on my boob. Who wouldn't be? That lady's walking around with the matted hair again, and she's got a hoodie on, and she's just walking. I wish people would stop and actually take notice of these individuals to try to help them, But instead, I have to notice all of the good and bad things in the world, and generally it's a bunch of bad things coming from people that everybody says are good, like the authorities are good, like the officers are good, the military people are good. Well, if they were good, wouldn't they think about tipping better? If they were good, wouldn't they think about cleaning up after themselves and not harassing others and sticking their penises in them when they're asleep? That's what I say. I mean, the dream was pretty graphic. It was, and I was aroused in the dream state. Like in that state, I was aroused. But then when I woke up, I was not aroused. I was very upset, actually. So, yeah, he was a handsome man in a wheelchair. He was nice. But yeah, I feel like, why is my world so weird? Why is everything so strange? And the people that have the capability of, they get so blessed. They have everything they want. They've got all the financial backing that they need. They have everything they could ever want, and they still don't turn around and offer to anyone because they think that they did it all themselves. And that's really sad. I feel really bad for people like that. I hope people aren't trying to steal me. Like, I feel really weird sometimes. Like, maybe they want to keep me confined and, like, take care of me. But, like, in a creepy, captive way. Like, to capture me and want to keep me confined until I love them. Like, I am scared. I feel funny. I feel like there's something weird going on here. So, I'm getting really nervous as the days progress. And I'm having strange, like, dreams and strange, like, thoughts about older men wanting to capture me. Which is weird. Like, normally I don't feel that way, but I guess it's just because I put myself out there in this manner to where I am more attractive than I realized. And also, too, I didn't like the fact that I had thought this morning, when I woke up, that it feels like I'm just breeding, like I'm being forced to be a breeder. And that's not something that I wanted to partake in, because I know that they treat us like cattle if that's the circumstance. Especially if it's not something that, was wanted or that you sought out and had an appropriate marriage prior to and everything. So I realized that I'm unsafe, very unsafe, and that I'm not really sure how to take care of myself without a partner. It's really, really damning to be single and a girl that is, like, really compassionate and has a big heart. So, yeah, I am not sure what's going to happen next, but I feel really weird about all of this, and I'm really nervous. And, like, I overheard this guy at the gym, and of course sometimes I feel like I play into it because they're feeding me a bunch of stuff through these random people that I've never met, right? And they'll say stuff like, well, we got the crib in the mail, blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about how the credit card had been used afterward, and there was a bunch of extra charges and just other things. So weird. I don't like overhearing things that remind me of what I don't have the capability of financing, And that's really rough, because I don't go around stealing or robbing from anybody. And everyone thinks, well, we don't either. We go to the Target, we go to the, we go to Target, we go to these fancy places where we pay our dues and our taxes, and we don't tip at all because that's their job, right? That's their job. That's what they chose to do. They chose to be poor. They chose that. Oh, I'm sorry we didn't choose to be born into a fancy rich family. I'm sorry. We chose to struggle through life where you struggle with your mental illnesses because you believe that everything you do is more valuable. You're more valuable. So leaving your nasty dishes is different than some homeless person leaving their trash on the ground. Oh, let's bitch about that. Let's call the po-po on them. Let's call the police. And the rich white people, like, leave everyone alone. What is wrong with you? You don't even tip well enough for these businesses to stay open, and then you're going to turn around and act like you did justice in your community because you were a prosecutor, or you were a lawyer, or you were an attorney, or an officer, or in the militia, or you did plenty. You helped sacrifice for our freedoms, right? Right. That's why I'm so condescending to you people. Why? Why do I have to be? Why do I have to be the voice of reason? And my body's dilapidated. And I mean, I guess it's because I've lived through it. I can tell you, hey, guess what? You're effed. So, yeah. Officers that are like, I put my time and effort into arresting those homeless people. What are you talking about? We're saving the world. And incarcerating each homeless person and tagging them with criminal offenses. Well, just one at a time there. That helps get them off the street, doesn't it? Because then they end up committing suicide, and then we don't have anything to worry about. Ha, ha, ha. Karma's a bitch. So anyway, yeah. That's why I don't understand people that aren't that accepting of others and understanding that anything is possible, even the negative, you know? Like, better watch out. Better not cry. Because when everything falls apart for you, then what? Then what? I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I just want to go to sleep. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy kitty. I want to go to sleep. But somewhere safe. Somewhere nobody's going to touch me. Don't touch me. No, we weren't dating. We weren't married. We weren't anything to one another. Why would you do that? Why would you destroy 9 months of my life and then some after I have to recuperate? Why? You just wanted breeding stock. You just wanted someone to pop out another child to place into the world because you needed your quota. That's sad. That's sad. I'm a human being. Human beings are gross. They need to get wiped off the face of the earth anyway. What am I complaining? If I suffer, then it's just better off for everyone else. Ugh. I don't know why I complain so much. It's not like anything good ever comes from it. Everybody just thinks that I'm whiny. Quit talking like a baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just happens. I'm sorry I have to be condescending to you also. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not really sorry. Not really sorry. Not. I like how you can see all my nasty chin here. Gross. You think I don't know how gross I am? I'm gross. I'm gross. But not as gross as some people. Wash your butt. Wash your butt. I'm gonna get off here. Today is shit. God. What a day. I'm tired. I just want to sleep for an eternity. That's it. Wake up when things are sane, finally. God. August 19th, 2022. There's a child inside of me. I'm gonna name it after the dad. And then I'm gonna leave it. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Just so that he can have some clues about what the fuck happened in his reality. Hey, guess what? From the moment of your conception, this is what happened. Find me in the future. Hayao Miyazaki reference. Anyway, I hate you people. I hate you. And I love Studio Ghibli. Ghibli. Anyway, fuck you people. I'm out. I'm being cranky now because I'm hormonal and violent because I'm homeless and I'm gonna squish in and out of my front seat all the time, and it puts too much pressure on my uterus. And that sounds terrible. Squish it out already. Somebody can come and pop me. You can just pop me like a bug. Like a boba, you know? Put me in your mouth. Just pop me. It's gross. Humans are gross. This flesh is gross. This blood and stuff is gross. I don't know how I'm going to do with this pregnancy, the birth of it. I mean, I just try to ignore it. I tried to ignore it. It didn't go away. It didn't go away. That's why we need, free contraceptives to people. This is not okay. I didn't need this. And people are like, it'll be a blessing. For what? For who? Not me. That's sad. Okay, but sure. Offer more blessings to the world. Not like you haven't already given everything and then some, and your daughter. Okay. All right, then. Just suffer more with a smile on your face, and you'll get by. At least you'll get some clean water. At least you'll get some food. At least you'll have clothes. Don't be so greedy. Don't be so spoiled. You have plenty. You don't need children. You don't need any pets. You can't afford them. You're right. And I would love it. I would love to have my poodles back, but I can't. Nobody wants me to have them. Plus, the home I had was a FEMA trailer, and they said that those were very toxic trailers anyway. So maybe it was for a good thing. It was for a good cause. It's a good thing I'm turning this video off. The ice cream shop just opened. I might try to, I really want something sweet to eat, but I shouldn't because the sugar is just gonna swell my feet up really badly. Gross. Gross. Why am I so gross? August 19th, 2022. Leticia Collins Servin. Love you. Bye-bye.